which is cool. Some of those, I took apart a 220S, a 59 car a few years ago, and it had, you know, wood panels like all along a single piece of wood, you know, framing the entire A-pillar and trimming the dash. It was just gorgeous. It was really gorgeous stuff. So, you know, was disassembling the interior and was really struck by those pieces in particular. And it's really created like a long-term fondness for the S-Class in general that I never really had before. So this car is the S63, of course, which is one rung below the top dog S65 AMG. But both cars, you know, really bring a lot of sporty appeal to the segment. That was, you know, there were, of course, S63s in the S65 before, but it wasn't as convincing in my perspective. It wasn't. It was more of like an engine job. Whereas these days, it's a pretty holistic revamp that, of course, still includes these monster engines. I mean, this car is so fast. Really fast. Wow, that just made me a little bit lightheaded. Yeah, so this is a magnificent engine. It was interesting to compare the latest 63 AMG engine to the M5 earlier today, because the M5, which is always, you know, generally been like a really high revving unit and hasn't offered the same level of torque as the Mercedes-Benz standard, is these days is like a buku torque monster. It makes a ton of torque as well. So let's do a little bit of the launch. We're in like eco mode, so nothing crazy. Go sport. AMG Sport. All right, let's do it. Oh shit. Okay, sorry. So that was in there. It was wanting me to paddle shift it. Very busy. This car has that carbon ceramic brake option. Crazy fast. So that was like 70 miles an hour. It feels like about 2 seconds, but it's actually about 3.7 and 3.8, which is a great total. It's outstanding for a car this large, and it's much faster than even the Alpina BMW 7 Series these days. This car is absolutely rapid. Coming from somewhere. Oh, it's probably the GoPro on the roof. I'm trying a new GoPro mounting spot. I've been doing it on the front fender, but decided to try up on the roof just for fun. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if it's going to be any good. Let's turn it. Hello. Really fun. I mean, to have so much power at your disposal, it really is corrupting me. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's so true. It's so true. Just got out of the Bentley Continental V8 S, and another car that absolutely knocked my socks off. I mean, I've read so many reviews over the years of this machine, and really was expecting like a giant pig of a boat. But it was actually really light and eager to. Was just eager overall. I really enjoyed it, and also got a ride in the Bentley Continental GT W12 Speed, which is, you know, of course the flagship of the line at this point, and by a professional racing driver named Jamie Bell. I might have that wrong, but he drives for their GT3 and racing efforts. The guy, you know, was throwing this car around like it was, you know, like it was a little Miata on a rainy day. He's really had control over it in a spooky way, and it just proves that, you know, racing drivers are A, much better drivers than we are, but B, that the car really has potential to, you know, to be far sportier in the right hands than a lot of people have given it credit for. And I think a similar level of you know, excitement is possible in this car if you're really willing to, you know, put your you know, insurance policy on the line, or whatever the phrase might be, because you know, of course, whenever you're throwing around a car this large and this expensive, it's natural to worry about stuff like that. But with the S63, I mean, the whole focus is that that it's, you know, one of the fastest cars on the road, but also one of the most comfortable ever made in the history of the universe. So so that definitely proves true after a little bit of a quick ride. And thank you. I love it. I really love this car. I still hate the steering wheel. I don't like the way it looks. I said in like a BMW 7 Series article, I was like, it looks like a play school potty toilet, but which is really mean. But and it's sort of, I mean, it's still or like a creepy clown's grin. I hate it, but it feels really good in hands, and you don't actually see its gross shape that much when you are driving it, because you feel all these other wonderful aspects of the car. So, all right, well, this has been Tom Burkart in the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG. Definitely a thug's delight, but also, you know, just a magnificent showpiece for the Mercedes-Benz brand and performance credentials these days. It's an amazing car, you guys. I mean, even if you've never been a Mercedes person, reverse. I think I am in reverse. Okay. Even if you've never been a Mercedes-Benz person, I mean, it's really time to take another look at it, because it's all just super chic and really, in addition to, you know, the classic classiness, it's super fucking cool these days. This car is awesome. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.